From Action 3 News, this is a breaking news alert.
Breaking news this morning after learning ConAgra is moving its headquarters to Chicago and eliminating more than 1,000 jobs here in the metro. Omaha Mayor Jean Stothert is addressing the media right now about what's next for the city, and KMTV Action 3 News was the first to bring you that breaking news this morning. We're live now from the mayor's office with more. Let's listen in.
He did not give me any indication yesterday about the headquarters, although I asked him. The one thing I stressed yesterday was there anything that the city, the Chamber of Commerce, or the state could do as far as incentives or packages of incentives that would change the outcome. And at that time he said absolutely no. He said this was a long time in the making, planning. It was strictly a business decision. He did state that Omaha meant a lot to them, and I said, you mean a lot to Omaha too? And you know, he was just trying to explain the business yesterday. I received a phone call this morning at 10 after 6, and I was given the press release early, but about 20 minutes early. So I received this information today about the same time you did. They said they were going to release it at 30. You know, it is not the information that I wanted to hear. It's not the news that I wanted to hear. 1,500 positions will be eliminated. They're going to reduce their global workforce by 30%. And they will reestablish their headquarters up in Chicago. There will be approximately 1,200 people that will remain in Omaha. Of those jobs that they talked about 300 from Omaha will be relocated in Chicago. Most of these positions are management positions from vice presidents all the way down, and most of those are salaried positions too. He also told me that anyone that is working in production or in the plants, this does not affect them. It did not affect Council Bluffs either. He said that they were meeting with the employees this morning. Apparently they're having a town hall meeting this morning. He said it'll take about 2 to 4 weeks before all of the employees are notified of what will happen with their positions. But the total effect won't occur until a year from now, until the summer of 2016. You know, he was very open and answered my questions yesterday. But the one thing that I really wanted to stress is, was there something that we could have done or that we didn't do, or something that we could do now that would change the outcome of the decision that they made? And it was strictly a business decision based on the company's performance and to make them a more profitable company. Looking at the human aspect of this, we still have over 1,000 people in the city of Omaha that will lose their jobs, and that is a huge concern to me. I think that what we have to focus on now is identifying the areas of specialization that those affected employees have, and identify employers in Omaha that currently have opportunities for those employees that will be losing their job, and provide the resources to match those employees that will lose their job with the jobs that are available. A bright side of it is that Omaha has a very low unemployment rate. Right now it's 2.8% statewide, and it is 3% in Omaha, and we have a labor shortage in Omaha now. And so there are jobs available. Hopefully those jobs will match those employees that are going to be losing their job. But I know that doesn't make it any easier for those people that are going to be losing their jobs at ConAgra. One thing that the CEO told me yesterday was, he said, once it's announced, I don't think people will think it is as bad as it may seem now. And to me, I think it is as bad as it seems now, or even worse, because there are over 1,000 people in the city of Omaha that will no longer have a job in ConAgra, and that is a big concern to me.
Mayor, you mentioned that the CEO communicated to you that it was strictly a business decision.
Right.
But are there possibly political motivations behind their decision to move?
You know, I don't know, and I would have to speculate on that. I'm certainly not the spokesperson for ConAgra, and so I think that decision would have to be asked to the CEO. I mean, we all are aware that he lives in Chicago. Chicago is a bigger city. And so, you know, the talks that he had with the governor of Illinois and the talks that he had with the mayor of Chicago, You know, I'm not aware of what went on in those. Now I feel like this is something that has been going on for some time, and obviously it has because of the comments that the governor and the mayor had made. But it is true that different states have different incentives and packages of incentives. Different cities can do different things. We went to bat for ConAgra when we first were working to get them here and to have their headquarters here. You know, and we pulled out all the stops. We not only gave them TIF, the Jobbers Canyon, there were 12 buildings down there that had landmark designation. Those had to go through that process. We remediated an environmental area out there. At that time, we used every incentive that we could to get them here. And a lot of times states and cities will have incentives to move companies and to attract them to a different state. But as far as what we could do now, we were limited. And so I don't know if they offered them incentives that were for relocation. That could have been something that we couldn't do now. But all in all, I feel like we went to bat for them when they came here. And I'm very disappointed that they're leaving. They don't own all of the property. They are on a 30-year lease. That lease may be close to being over, though.
And that was Mayor Jean Stothert. You just heard from Mayor after the first comments hearing about ConAgra's move this morning to Chicago. She learned about 6 o'clock this morning, of course, or you can continue to watch this conference. You can head to our website, KMTV.com, to watch all of those details. Again,